Good morning. We have a few important updates to share with all of you. Our first update is in regards to our current agency update regarding visitation. We are getting closer to a time when visitation will start to open up, but we are not there yet. Many of the people we support have received their first vaccination and will be getting their second vaccination in the next few weeks. Sentinel testing has also been important as we encourage staff and people receiving services to be tested routinely, even after they have started the vaccination process. Masks and other PPE are still critical in reducing the risk of transmission. As a necessary step to limit the risk of transmission, we will continue to suspend non-essential visitation for the next 3 weeks, which brings us to the week of March 22nd. We still have had recent positive cases in our congregate care settings, so we are not yet at a point to relax this restriction. In the next few weeks, we will know how many residents and support staff have had their second round of vaccinations. As always, we will look to DHOH, the Department of Health, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, and the Governor's Office for continued guidance, and will communicate updates. In addition, we will continue to closely track trends in COVID-19 cases and tests, as well as the vaccination progress, weigh risks and benefits with care, and make changes if we find circumstances are favorable. Our second topic is about a new plan for 2 more internal moves at Brook Lane and at Chaplain. This involves a switch in rooms for Michael at Chaplain and John at Brook Lane. Michael has advocated for a change in residential placement and would like to live with more men. John's father had visited Chaplain over a year ago when we had a vacancy, and both parents are in favor of John moving to Chaplain for several reasons, including the advantage of an open layout of the home. The vacancy management team has met to discuss and outline all the tasks involved in this move, including how we share this information with each other and with the people we support. On March 1st, Monica will be meeting with Michael and his housemates at Chaplain to talk about the move. We do not have a set date yet for the actual move, as the environmental team is very busy right now, but we are hoping for the 3rd week in March. Once a date is set, we will communicate this to all of you. For John, his parents are highly involved in the transition planning, and we will be meeting with them next week to outline the plan and to let him know and what supports we will have in place to make this successful. John's parents are optimistic that this will be a great move for John, and he will handle this change well, as long as we are all on the same page on his individualized transition plan. Lastly, we are still hoping we will have new direct support hires in the next month, which will allow us to have the resources in place for our friend Jose to move into Brook Lane for April 1st. Originally, we had hoped for March 1st as a move-in date, but we are not there yet in terms of building our staffing ratio. We look forward to having Jose as soon as we can, as we know he is in desperate need of a home where he will have full access to communication and all the services that come with our specialized program. Please feel free to reach out to anyone in the clinical management team for more information. As I mentioned earlier, we have a vacancy management team who are all working on different aspects of making sure we do everything we can to make these moves successful. And as always, we welcome your feedback and involvement. Thank you for your time. Happy Friday. I hope everybody has a wonderful weekend, and we'll see you in March.